Hey guys, I got a new Spyderco video for you today. Today's video is on the Spyderco Manix2. Spyderco box comes in a plastic wrap. So I picked this knife up 2 weeks ago. I drove down to Golden, Colorado, and went to the Spyderco's factory and picked this up there. This knife goes for about $130 online. If you go to the factory, it sells for around $90, I think. And if you want it online, you can find it for around $70. So yeah, onto the knife. So this is the Spyderco Manix2 in a plain edge knife. 8 inches overall. Closed length is 4.6. It's got a 14mm opening hole. The blade is 3.3 inches long. So this knife is great if your knife laws in your local area say that you can only carry a knife that is less than 3.5 inches. I know that's a law in a lot of places, and so you need a bit smaller knife. So I brought the Endura today, so if you look at the Endura, it has a bit longer blade, about a 1/4 inch longer, and that 1/4 inch makes the Endura illegal to carry in a lot of places because it is over 3.5 inches. But the philosophy of use for the knives are different. The Endura is primarily a folding tactical, and the Manix2 is an EDC. So that it would be why it is, the Endura is a little bit bigger. Let's go to ergonomics really quick. This knife has great ergonomics, okay. So it's got a choil if you need to choke up and do some more fine cutting tasks, and it's very effective. Jimping. Jimping is great. It's jimped all over. So you have jimping in the choil, on the blade itself, and in the choil. You have it in, I guess we'd call it the first choil. And then you have it on the butt of the blade, on the underside. You've got jimping there. You've got jimping on the top of the blade, or the top of the handle, I should say, and the top of the blade. The jimping on the top of the blade is by far the most effective jimping. This jimping is functional, but a lot of it is just for looks. These are proud liners, or that's what Spyderco calls them. The jimping is actually milled out of the liners, and the liners come up over the top of the G10, and that's what gives you the jimping. It's effective, but it also looks really nice, and I definitely like it. The rest of the handle is good. My hand fits in it well. If you have a bit bigger hand, I could see that you might be hitting your pinky finger along the back edge of the handle, which might be an issue. Anyway, G10 handle scales, held together. You can take it apart. I don't know what size these screws are, but you can take it apart. The aligners aren't milled out, and because of that, it brings this knife weight to about 5 ounces, which is a bit heavy for EDC. So if you're worried about weight, you can go with Spyderco Sprint Run. They have a transparent blue FRN Manix2, and it has no liners whatsoever, and I believe that comes in right around 2.5 ounces. So that's if you're super worried about weight. So yeah. Lanyard hole easily holds 550. Let me grab some. Alright, easily holds 550. There's even room to spare. Pocket clip. Spyderco does great on their pocket clips. The pocket clip itself is perfect, but the actual placement is a little off, I think, personally. As you can see there, it kind of covers the lanyard hole. I personally don't use lanyards on my knife, but this might be an issue for you guys if you like lanyards. It really doesn't interfere too much. It's just, I think the placement could have been a little better of the lanyard hole, maybe. Maybe done a design similar to the Enduro, where the actual lanyard hole is in the pocket clip. I think that might have worked here a little bit better than off-centering the lanyard hole, but that's just me. Wicked fast deployment. It is just awesome. You can open and close one-handed. Sorry, I just don't want to... Trying to work around a camera here, guys. So, lock. It is a Spyderco cage ball lock. So, what that means is there's a ball bearing in polymer, and there's a spring behind the ball bearing pushing the ball bearing forward. So, when the blade rotates out, this notch right here is going to catch the ball bearing. As you guys can see right here, here's the start of the notch. The ball bearing is going to pop into the notch, and that's what's going to hold the knife together, or the knife open. So all the pressure is going to be on that ball bearing, and the ball bearing is also going to be held on by that, what is this? It's just a stainless steel spacer. So then there's a spring here that pushes the ball bearing forward. While I'm zoomed in this close, guys, just look at this texturing on the G10. It's really nice texturing, gives you good grip. Alright, so there's the spring. When I first got this knife, the spring was had a lot of pressure behind it, so it was hard to open and close the knife one-handed, just because the spring was so hard. You had to pull back with one hand and then close the blade with your second hand. So what I did was I pretty much just left it like this for a day, just rotated in a different knife for my EDC, and just had the blade open like this, and it loosened up the spring, so now you can deploy and close it all one-handedly. Sorry guys. Alright, so yeah, this knife is made in Golden, Colorado. It's not made in Japan or anything. It's actually made in Golden, Colorado. It's made in 154 cm steel. It's a high quality steel, and it really shows in the price. Got it in a plain edge, just because I thought it looked nicer. I saw the combo edge and the fully serrated, and just for EDC tests and aesthetics overall, I just thought it looked a lot nicer and it would be more functional. Just because it's not quite as long, so you wouldn't have... If you did a combo edge, you would really only have like a 1.5 inch of plain edge and 1.5 inch of combo edge. So I didn't think it'd be quite as effective as, say, the Enduro, where you have a bit more of the combo and plain edge on the actual blade. Speaking of aesthetics, the other day I had a conference to go to, so I had to dress up, and in my slacks, so threw this knife in there, and it just looks really nice, because it has the stainless steel clip, which offsets with the black G10, and it just looks really nice. So if you guys had to like dress up or anything, and you carried this, it does look really nice. I got a few compliments on it. Unlike the Enduro, which has the black powder-coated clip, which for its use, it might be just for its POU, because it is a folding tactical, so maybe you didn't want the clip shining and showing. But for an EDC knife, it does look really nice. I have been using this for the past 2 weeks, so it's not as sharp as it used to be, but it is still pretty sharp, and it comes razor sharp out the box. I think I'll cut some 550 cord for you guys at the end of this video. I'm wrapping up, so yeah. So, once again, EDC blade. That's the primary use. Could be used as a self-defense knife, but I mean, it's not really what it's designed for. You can have this be a hard use knife because all the pressure goes on that ball bearing and you're not going to break a ball bearing. Although the first few Spyderco Manix2s, they had an issue. If you did an overstrike with them, it would mess up your lock, so then when you did a spine whack, the knife would actually close on you and it could cut you. If you guys want to see the video, I think it's called Spyderco Manix2 Hard Use Test. Now though, if you buy a Spyderco Manix2 now, it's just fine. They fixed the problem. You can use this as a hard use knife. I personally won't, just because aesthetically I think it's really nice. It looks nice in my collection, and I don't want to damage it. I'm sure it won't like break or anything, but I just want to keep it looking nice, you know. But just to show it is functional, I'll cut some cord for you, and then wrap up the video. Alright. So I got some like olive green 550. It just happens to be what I have. Okay, cuts right through it. Do another cut. Don't want to waste all my 550 on a cut test though. Still razor sharp. See if I can cut it. Kind of losing grip here. Oh, knock the camera over, guys. Oh well. As you can see, cut through 2 pieces of 550. Pretty much no problem. Nice clean cuts. So yeah, that is the Spyderco Manix2. Once again, price really quick, $130 from Spyderco online. You can find it for about $70. 154 cm steel. Great ergonomics. Great blade. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for watching, guys.